So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. The Geordies are in freefall. They're having meltdowns. They're burning Isak shirts in Newcastle. Apparently, Gazza's rocked up at the scene with a fishing rod and some chicken and some beers, claiming to be a friend of Isak. Jack Grealish has signed for the Toffees. Eze looks like he's on his way to Spurs. Donnarumma, Rodrygo. Yes, that's Rodrygo. The Rodrygo that top gooners have had their pants around their ankles for all summer because some random two-bob fucking idiot said that he's going to join us. Well, apparently both of them, him and Donnarumma, are looking likely to sign for Man City. What phase is every other club in? Because we've still got Zinchenko at the club claiming that he's going to run his contract down, allegedly, and he's going to leave for another. We've still got Sambla Conga at the club. We still have Fabio Vieira at the club. Reece Nelson, do you remember him? Yeah, he's on 100 grand a week. 100 grand a week. Cole Hine is still at the club. Yeah, we've signed Kepa. Crazy work, guys. Crazy work. We still have Martinelli and Trossard at the football club. Mad scenes. Big up Jamie, bruv. I've pinned that. Love my G. Bless up. It's been a funny old transfer window. You got Liverpool fans just chilling. They're like, yeah, cool, whatever. We're getting Isak anyway. Nobody cares. Which, let's be real, they are going to get Isak. Then you've got Gabby Agbonlahor coming out today, giving it, who does he think he is, mate? Yeah, who do you think you are, mate? Who do you think you are, mate? Yeah, do you want mushy peas for that, mate? Get out of here, Gabby. Yeah, get out of here. Too many Gabbies in this game, bruv. We don't care about the Gabbies, bruv. Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. It's like the Spider-Man gif. Yeah, you got Ali McCoy sitting there going, is he confirmed that, pal? Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, like these men don't know how football works. Like these men don't understand how football works at all. You got Adrian Durham out here today saying that Arsenal are going to win the league. Excuse me? What? You've gone from doing the Daily Arsenal to now Arsenal are going to win the league. Are you feeling all right, bruv? Is he on fucking spice? Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, it's crazy. You got Villarreal versus Barcelona apparently being played in Miami in December. You got Sky Cava, who speaks like a complete and utter fucking retard. It's almost like he's a 5-year-old reading a book using his phonics. Get out of here, man. This is the mainstream media, bruv. This is the mainstream media. They got Arsenal fans still trying to convince themselves Eze's coming to Arsenal. Cool, listen, hopefully he does. He's a baller. However, we blew our load on Noni Madueke, the left wing maestro, who's barely played left wing, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. Couple of cans. Just saying. Just saying, guys. But don't worry, guys. Super Duper Mick has got all these top gooners in pieces. Papa Pink Eye. He's in pieces. You got top gooners declaring that they will be done with the club if Eze is allowed to go to Tottenham. Please, please, please allow that to happen. Yeah, because you can all fuck off and go somewhere else. You can actually go back and support your local club. How about that? Leave my club alone. How about that? How about that? It's been a funny old game. It's been a funny old summer. It's been a summer window that has been absolutely hilarious, and I've barely seen any of it. But the tiny little minuscule pieces that I've seen is actually hilarious. You got top gooners thinking from the start of the window, because Terry Flowers told us all, it's a done deal. But a done deal is not a complete deal, because that's how it works. So a done deal for Rodrygo to Arsenal. It's almost like these people make it up, isn't it? Because it's looking like he's either staying at Madrid or he's going Man City. Just saying. Just saying, guys. But don't worry. It needs to make book sense. We're not going to get rid of Martinelli because we ain't going to get to book value for Martinelli. What does that even mean? Martinelli cost Arsenal £6 million. That was 7 years ago. So that's been paid off. He's on what, 180 a week. How long has he had that contract for? Maybe 2 years. So that's about 20 mil, 18 mil, there or thereabouts, roughly. So plus all the other wages before that big bumper pay packet. So if we was to get anywhere over 40 million quid, we're actually spinning a profit. So is that what they mean by book value? Yeah, we're at the car auctions and that. Is that what we're saying? Book value. Like, what are we doing here? Book value. Oh, yeah, let me just have a little look. Oh, yes, Gabriel Martinelli. Sorry, bear with me. A Gabriel Martinelli 2019 edition goes for about 75 million. Oh, sorry, my bad. No, he doesn't. He goes for about 40 million. The fuck is this bullshit, bro? Book sense, book value. Like, we're not the car auctions, mate. This is pathetic. This summer window has been an absolute disgrace for a lot of people. I will get the green screen back. Unfortunately, mate, it's going to wait until Friday. Yeah, my family are in my gaff. So it is what it is. We just got to deal with it for now. Big up Hendo, bro. But I'm seeing Isak shirts being burned, set on fire. The Geordies have snapped. He's a snake. No, he's not. Why is he a snake? Well, because he wants to leave your club and go to a bigger club. The mentality of English supported teams or English football clubs that are supported by fans that have latched onto them clubs, whether they're locals or from afar. The mentality in English football is if you want to go on strike and force a move to another club, you're a snake. You're a disgrace. Motherfucker, your club ain't won nothing for 60 odd years till he rocked up. Have some shame. Yeah, actually have some shame, innit? How about that? Find shame. Your club never won a trophy before he got there for about 60 years. You've never seen him win a trophy. You have to be in your 60s. In fact, you have to be in your 70s to see Newcastle last win a trophy. Isak rocks up, signs a contract, wants to leave, and now he's trying to force a move. Cool. Well, let's put it the other way around. Let's flip it the other way, yeah? What about, when a club want to force a player out the club? But you also signed the contract as well, right? Because you're the club. You signed the contract with said player, whatever player that may be. But now you want to get the player out the club. Works both ways, right? So why is the player a snake? Because he wants to go to one of the biggest clubs in the world when he's just won a trophy, coming off a decent season, coming off of a couple of decent seasons. Like, what are we doing here? He's a snake. No, he's not, mate. He actually helped your team win a trophy for the first time in your lifetime, most of you people. Because unless, like I said, you're in your 70s, you've never seen Newcastle win a trophy. So what are we doing here? You should be clapping him out the ground saying, yo, all hail King Isak. Yeah, because I'll tell you something now. He won more than Alan Shearer at your football club. And Alan Shearer's got a statue outside your ground. Interesting. Very interesting. But this is modern football, unfortunately. This is modern English football. Not just football in general, modern English football. English football has been infested with this, my striker's better than your striker. Oh, but he's a snake. Alexis is a snake because he went to Manchester United. Oh, really? Oh, well, that went well, didn't it? Yeah, how many trophies has Alexis won since he left Arsenal? Oh, more than Arsenal have won. Funny, no? Interesting, isn't it? Very interesting, guys. But don't worry, guys. You're a snake if you actually want to go and progress your career. So let me put it to you this way, yeah, in simple terms for all the simpletons that can't grasp this. I know most of my chat are not simpletons. You're Alexander Isak, but you work in, I don't know, let's say you work in retail. Let's say you work for, I don't know, Calvin Klein. Yeah, you are the global marketing manager for Calvin Klein. You're getting paid, let's say, £2 million a year. Let's just say that. Let's just talk in round figures, yeah? You're the global marketing manager for Calvin Klein, yeah? Happy days. You're getting £2 million a year. But now Ralph Lauren come in and say, we'll give you the same job, yeah, but we'll pay you £4 million a year. What are you going to do? Fuck it. I don't want to be a snake. I'm just going to stay here, mate. Piss off, man. These people are spastics. You're going to take the money and you're going to run. It's the same in any profession. Yeah, these people haven't got a clue what they're talking about. Forest fans were calling Gibbs White a snake because he's still a snake. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and the funniest thing is, yeah, when Gabby Agbonlahor was crying his eyes out on TalkSport this morning, yeah, who does he think he is, mate? Who are you? Who are you, mate? Who are you? Who are you? Yeah, what do you mean, who are you, bruv? He's scored more goals in Premier League history than you have. So how about wind your neck in, Gabby? How about that? Pick up my sweetie Galen every time, babes. So basically, yeah, if you rate the player and he's a good player for your football club, but he decides that he wants to down tools and go somewhere else, he's a snake. But if you don't rate the player, so let's say, I don't know, who's left Newcastle this summer? Somebody in the chat name a player that's left Newcastle this summer for a small fee. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me a player, because I've barely kept up with any transfer news. Yeah, Callum Wilson. There we go. Callum Wilson left on a free, right? He run his contract down. Why is Callum Wilson not? Why is he not snake? He run out of contract, right? Longstaff's left as well. Dubravka's left, yeah? Longstaff to Leeds. Why isn't Longstaff a snake? Oh, because Longstaff isn't deemed good. He's just an average squad player. But because Isak is one of the best strikers in the Prem, based off of GA, for all the mongs out there, now, because he wants to leave and go to one of the biggest clubs in the world, he's deemed a snake. This is how fucking retarded football fans are that have latched onto English football clubs, whether they're English or from afar. If Joe Willock leaves Newcastle this summer, no motherfucker in Newcastle is going to cry their eyes out, are they? Nobody cares, bruv, because it's Joe Willock. And Joe Willock barely plays. What's the issue here? When Alexis Sanchez leaves Arsenal and goes to Manchester, oh, he's a snake. When Van Persie leaves, he's a snake. Oh, okay, cool. He's a snake. Ashley Cole leaves. He's a snake. Yeah. Nasri, he's a snake. Clichy, snake. Sagna, snake. But when Granit Xhaka leaves, he's not a snake. We're clapping him out the ground. One good season in 7. That led to fuck all. Well done. Adebayor, snake. What are we actually doing here? This is the mentality of English football fans, yeah, or English supported clubs fans. Yeah, and this is where we're at. Yeah, let's just be real with it. Yeah, Newcastle are not a massive global, worldwide, massively supported club. Celtic are fucking miles bigger than them. Celtic are miles bigger than most football teams in the Prem, to be fair. Yeah, I see Jules, yeah. Do Rag Diaries, you've had a stinker and hooked, and I know you watch my channel as well, and we're going to cook you, yeah? You're getting cooked. I see a clip, yeah, where he sat there, yeah, and even Hooks and that lot had enough. I think it was Hooks. Was it Hooks or was it D-Gal? Big up D-Gal. Big up D. Yeah. And they were talking about, I think it was Hooks. I can't remember. Yeah, either way, correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. Yeah, saying Celtic and Rangers are bigger than Tottenham. Factually, that's correct. Durag, Stinker, and Hooked sat there and said, in fact, let me find the clip. Let me not paraphrase this. Because this is some bullshit, bruv. You can go to any Irish pub on the planet, you will find a Celtic fan. Celtic and Rangers are fucking massive football clubs, bro. They are huge football clubs, and go and have a look how many trophies they've won. And I said, why did he gang up on Cole? Nobody ganged up on him, bruv. Yeah, if you want to go and cry your eyes out, go and do it somewhere else. Nobody cares, bruv. Nobody cares. Right, let me find this on Insta. I think it was on FamZone. FamZone. Where is it? There we go. We got it. Is this it?
Only you would say that. No one else said
Southgate.
Bro. You know what's funny? When you get Southgate,
no, that's not.
I want to know where Jules ranks Tottenham in terms of size.
Can you hear that?
That's what I want to know.
Tottenham not bigger than Rangers or Celtic.
Fan base, history.
All right.
So what happened? How about this?
Rangers. That was my question. You're not answering it, bro. Answer the question.
You answered it, bro.
You just answered it.
So they have a bigger fan base than us. That's what you just said.
Celtic, definitely.
You think these clubs in Scotland have a bigger fan base than Spurs?
Yep.
Yeah.
You might have lost your mind.
It's what we're dealing with, guys, unfortunately. Celtic definitely have a bigger fan base than Spurs. Celtic have probably got a bigger fan base than Arsenal. Celtic have probably got a bigger fan base than fucking most of the Premier League clubs other than maybe Man United, Liverpool. They got a massive fan base, mate. Yeah, Celtic are huge, bro. Yeah, Celtic are definitely bigger than Spurs. I don't agree. Well, nobody cares, bruv. Bless up for watching. Yeah, they've won more trophies. They've got a bigger fan base. Can you go any single country on the planet and bump into a Spurs fan in a pub? No. But you can go to any single country on the planet and bump into a Celtic fan or a Rangers fan. They're huge, bro. They're a massive, massive football club. Yeah, and this is why when I see Newcastle fans getting above their... Yeah, Leeds are massive as well. Leeds are huge, bruv. Leeds are a fucking big football club. Yeah, there's loads of Leeds fans out here. Yeah, I don't see any Spurs fans out here. Tottenham is not bigger than Celtic. What are we basing it on? Let's have the debate. Let's go. What are we basing Spurs being a bigger club than Tottenham on? Because we ain't doing it on trophies. Because Celtic school them. Are we doing it on fan base? What are we doing it on? I'll let you guys decide and we'll have a debate on it because I'm cool with that. And listen, it's a debate. That's why I love this channel, because we have opinions that differ. Big up JSY as well. Come on, smash the likes. Tell them. It's just a copium session. No, we're just gonna chill, bruv. We're gonna chill for an hour and a half, and then I'm going to chill. Hey, Graham, you're a Spurs fan, right? You can't compete with Celtic on trophies. But then the answer to that will be, oh yeah, but it's the Scottish League. Well, you still got to win it. It's still the same sport. You still have to put the ball in that net more times than that net, and you still have to win the major honours. Not only that, Celtic have won a European Cup. First British club to do so, by the way. No debate, Celtic is bigger. There we go. Thomas knows, bruv. Celtic are massive. Bro, I can go to any single Irish bar around here and speak to anyone in that Irish bar, and I guarantee I'll find a Celtic fan. I ain't finding a Tottenham fan anywhere around here. Yeah, you can do that in any country on the planet. You go to any country on the planet, walk into an Irish bar, you're finding Celtic fans. Doesn't matter what country it is. You ain't finding Tottenham fans in some of these countries. That's not to say that Tottenham haven't got a big fan base, because they have got a big fan base. Yeah, let's not dismiss Tottenham as a fan base. They have got a massive fan base. But Celtic, in terms of prestige, trophies, yeah, they've won, what, 90-odd trophies? Maybe it's 100 trophies. I don't know. Celtic fans in the chat, let me know. Yeah, maybe it's 100-odd. Yeah, Rangers are massive as well. They have less trophies. That's what I'm saying, bro. They have less total trophies, yeah? Spurs have less total trophies than Aston Villa. Let that sink in, by the way. Yeah, they do. They have a European trophy, unlike Arsenal. Well, Arsenal have got a European trophy, but they ain't got the European trophy. The Lisbon Lions. The Lisbon Lions. And pretty much the whole team, I think, grew up within a mile of the fucking stadium. Do you know how mad that is? 121 trophies. That many they've won. That's crazy work. Yeah, and Spurs are sitting there with 17 trophies, going on like they're a big club. They're not. They're big in terms of exposure because of the league that we're in. Yeah, but that's it. Yeah, Liverpool are bigger than Celtic and Rangers. I fully agree with that. Man United are bigger than Celtic and Rangers in terms of not total trophies, because total trophies, both of them eclipse Liverpool and Man United combined. Yeah, they're massive. Yeah, they're fucking huge. Yeah, in terms of trophies. But if we're taking fan base, yeah, we're taking trophies, we're taking income, we're doing all this fucking outside bullshit. If we're going solely on trophies, Celtic, yeah, are one of the biggest clubs in the world. Let's just deal with it. So are Rangers. Yeah, so are Al Ali. Yeah, the Egyptian Al Ali. Yeah, if we're going on total trophies, but people don't like to go on total trophies. Yeah, there's no way in a billion years Tottenham Hotspur, as a football club, yeah, are a bigger club supported globally than Celtic. I refuse to believe it. Refuse to believe it. Income-wise, yes. Trophies nowhere fucking near, never will be. Yeah, Celtic could go the next 100 years without winning a trophy, and Spurs will never overtake them. Yeah, neither will Arsenal, by the way. Neither will Arsenal, by the way. The only two clubs in England that are bigger than Celtic, yeah, and Rangers. I'd say Celtic are bigger than Rangers. Yeah, but listen, you can debate that amongst yourselves. I'd say Celtic are bigger than Rangers. Right, no, it's mad political with all that shit. I'm like Arteta on the touchline, bruv. Yeah, but I'll be real with you, yeah? The only two clubs that are bigger, in my opinion, in English football than Celtic are Man United and Liverpool. That's it. That's it. Yeah, forget the income. Yeah, fuck all that bullshit. Forget the income. Forget the size of stadiums. Forget the fucking champion. No, just take trophies and take fan base. Celtic are fucking massive, mate. I don't think people realise how big a football club that is. Yeah, I genuinely don't believe that anyone in English football other than Liverpool and Man United are bigger than them. Arsenal ain't bigger than Celtic. Yeah, I'd say Celtic have got more fans around the world than Arsenal. How will you find that out? I don't fucking know. But all I know is you go to any Irish pub on the planet, mate, you're finding a Celtic fan. Is what it is. Is what it is. Let me read some of these comments. And big club in the EPL's Liverpool. Now, Man United are massive as well. Villa are huge. Villa and Leeds as well. Everton used to be. Yeah, Everton used to be a big club, man. Forest, Villa. See, Forest, Leeds are a big football club. Yeah, Forest, I don't tend to see many, and I'm only talking from experience here. I know Forest are a massive football club. I'm not stupid. Yeah, Aston Villa, see Villa fans all the time out here. Yeah, Leeds, Forest, not necessarily, yeah, but I'm only talking about countries I've been to, yeah. But then when you look at it, yeah, and you deep it, Arsenal are a big football club. Let's just be real with it. They're massive. Tottenham are a massive football club. Yeah, and with Son playing for Tottenham for so long, they got the South Korean market and so on and so forth, and that's massive for them, yeah? Right? So they do have a fucking massive fan base. Yeah, all of these clubs we're talking about are not Mickey Mouse football clubs in terms of size and fan base. Mickey Mouse League. Well, we still got to win the trophy. Doesn't matter what league it is. Football's the same in every country, bro. You still have to win the league. Mickey Mouse League. You still have to win the league. Still got to win it. Still got to fucking win the trophy. Yeah, if it's a Mickey Mouse League, then cool. So is the Premier League then. So is Bundesliga then. But Bayern Munich are one of the biggest clubs in the world. Everywhere you go, you'll see a Bayern Munich fan. You won't see a Stuttgart fan, but you'll see a Bayern Munich fan. Every single place you go in the world, you'll bump into a Bayern Munich fan. You'll bump into a Man United fan. You'll bump into a Liverpool fan. You'll bump into an Arsenal fan, a Chelsea fan. I was walking up the street the other day, yeah, to go and get the car. Yeah, I parked at the end of the road. Yeah, and there was a Spanish geezer walking down the street in a fucking Chelsea fan. In a Chelsea shirt. Yeah, AC Milan, massive football club, bro. Juventus, massive. Yeah, and it's like, bro, it doesn't matter what league it is, you still have to win it. Galatasaray and Fenerbahce are huge, bro. Yeah, Marseille are massive. Marseille are bigger than PSG in terms of fan base. Yeah. Trophies, no. But I'd say there's probably more, maybe it's level now. A little bit like Arsenal, Chelsea. Arsenal, Chelsea fans are, I'd say, over the globe. I'd say it's there or thereabouts, so much of a muchness. Yeah, Leeds are everywhere, Scotty. Absolutely fucking everywhere, mate. Leeds, Ajax is another one. Yeah, Ajax, Marseille. I'd say PSG are probably up there now. Yeah, because of the last couple of years and winning the Champions League as well. I see loads of PSG fans around it. Yeah, Lyon are a massive football club. People forget us and fucking... Bro, that's what I'm saying, yeah? When my man's sitting there, do-rags had a stinker, bruv. Boca Juniors and Flamengo. That's what I'm saying. Boca Juniors, yeah? River Plate. The guy who owns the restaurant at the end of my street is a fucking River Plate fan. River Plate, Boca, Flamengo, all these clubs, man, they're fucking huge. Huge clubs. But people are so blinkered and blinded to the Premier League, it is embarrassing. It's embarrassing, man. We're into the biggest back in the day, Marseille, Lyon. Yeah. I'd say PSG. I'd say PSG probably globally have more fans than them two. Definitely Lyon. Yeah, Marseille are a massive football club though, man. Both of them. Yeah, Club America as well. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Hamburg and Porto. This one, another one. Yeah, I'll give you another example. Yeah, Benfica. I remember seeing a fucking stat. Yeah, maybe what year are we in? 25. Maybe 2012, 2013. I know I'm going back a decade or so. Yeah, Benfica had more paying members, so people that have paid for a membership card, than any other club on the planet at that point. More than any club in the world. Benfica. People don't realize how big Benfica are, mate. Yeah, they're fucking huge. Yeah, bear in mind, they're Portugal. Portugal's a tiny little country in comparison to a lot of other countries. Benfica are one of the biggest clubs on the planet. Yeah, people just only look at the Premier League. Oh, yeah, Tottenham are bigger than Celtic. No, they're not, bruv. Yeah, and if Durag wants to jump on here at any fucking point, I'll debate you, bruv. Yeah, because I'll fucking put you in the bin, brother. Yeah, Steaua Bucharest as well. Bro, some of these clubs are massive football clubs, man. But everyone's snobby because the Premier League is the most marketed league. Yeah, and it's the one that does the most PR, the most propaganda. Yeah. So what is that what we're doing then? Okay, so because, yeah, Red Star Belgrade, bruv. Galatasaray, another one. Borussia Dortmund are a big club. Yeah, Borussia Dortmund are a big club. I think Hummels went back there today, didn't he? Besiktas are a big club. Bilbao are a big club. However, one thing I will say, yeah, Bilbao are the third biggest club in Spain. In terms of trophies won, yeah, they're bigger than Atleti. They've won, I think it's 3 trophies more than Atleti. I think it's 3 trophies more. Lots to do with heritage. Yeah, but this is the thing there, right? Heritage, what is that based on? That's based on trophies. So if we're going off of trophies solely, lost me cherry, bruv. What's going on there? What does that mean, bruv? What does it mean when you lose? You pop my cherry, bruv. Pause. Yeah, but if we're only going off of trophies, yeah, then Arsenal are nowhere fucking near some of these clubs. Panathinaikos, another one. People think football only exists in the UK or in England. That's what they think. Yeah, Valencia were big. But their owners killed them. Yeah, their owners killed them. Yeah, Roma are a big club. PSV are a big club. Yeah, and this is the thing, yeah. Like, if we're only going off of total trophies won, Arsenal are nowhere fucking near the top 20. There's so many clubs out there that have won more fucking trophies. I think Benfica have won more league titles than Arsenal have won trophies. Sevilla are a decent sized club. I wouldn't say they're massive. Yeah, but they're a very big club. A very big club. Lazio as well. There's so many clubs around the world, yeah. But Anderlecht's another one. Yeah, well, what's the other one I'm thinking of? What's the other one I'm fucking thinking of, man? In Belgium. What are they called? They're fucking called, man. It's the one in Belgium. It's not Anderlecht, it's the other one. There's another one. There's another one, bruv. There's another one. Another one. But if you're going off of solely trophies, Bruges, that's it. Club Bruges. Club Bruges are a big club. And Genk are another one. Yeah, Genk are a decent sized club. Yeah, but this is the thing here. People always just look at the they just look at the Premier League and they dismiss everything. Yeah, they dismiss everything. No one knows Bruges outside of Europe. Absolute nonsense, bro. Absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Lando, you're my guy, man, but that's bullshit. Everyone knows Club Bruges, bro. Everyone knows Stour. Everyone knows Red Star. Yeah, everyone knows Panathinaikos. Everyone knows Galatasaray. Everyone knows Fenerbahce. Everyone knows Leeds United. Everyone knows fucking Aston Villa. Yeah, and yeah, cool. Yeah, the Premier League's got the most eyes on it and all of this, yeah? Right, but if you're going solely off of trophies and you're ranking trophies for the most amount of trophies won, I think the Egyptian Al Ahly have won more than any other team. Yeah, I may be wrong. Maybe it's changed now. Last time I checked, I think it was Al Ahly from Egypt. Yeah, that have won more trophies than anyone. I think they've won like 130 odd trophies or something, yeah? See, Sporting are a big club, yeah, but Benfica are bigger than them. Yeah, and this is why when people like Durag want to sit there and say, oh, nah, mate, nah. Spurs are bigger than fucking Celtic. What are you basing that off of? Because you can't base it off of trophies because Celtic school everyone. Oh, yeah, but it's a farmers league. Yeah, it's a shit league. Well, was it a shit league back in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s then? Was it a shit league when they won the European Cup, the Lisbon Lions? Was it a shit league like when they done a 10 in a row? Is the Bundesliga shit then because Bayern done 10 in a row? It's a farmers league. Yeah, like what we're doing here. Yeah, Everton were massive back in the day. Yeah, Porter are a decent sized team as well. Yeah, Shamrock Rovers have won a fuck ton of trophies. Young boys, pools. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. CSKA in that. Zenit, another one. Bro, there's so many clubs out there that have won a fuck ton of trophies, yeah? Right? But what are you basing big club off of? What are you basing it off of? Yeah, how can you say that Celtic are smaller than Tottenham? What are you basing that off of? Because if you're going off of trophies, well, that's factually incorrect. Because Celtic have won a fuck ton more than Tottenham will ever win. Right? If you're taking it off a fan base, well, you can argue that all day long because there's more. I'd argue that all day. There's more Celtic fans than Spurs fans on the planet. Yeah, I'd argue that all day long. Yeah, Celtic are a huge club, man. Huge club. Size of the stadium, there or thereabouts the same. Revenue, okay, cool. Tottenham fucking blow them out of the water. So what are you basing Spurs being a bigger club than Celtic on then? Well, because you get more revenue. Well, that club wins and this club don't until last season. So what are we doing here? Yeah, the marketing of the Premier League, yeah, that's all it comes down to. That's all it comes down to, bro. That's all it comes down to. The revenue streams of the Premier League in comparison to all these other leagues. Yeah, Aberdeen are bigger than Spurs in terms of trophies. Yeah, look at the trophies they've won. Yeah, they've won more league titles than Spurs. Yeah, Fergie won 3 out of the 4 they've won, by the way. And he's won in Europe with Aberdeen. He won at St Mirren when he was 32. What phase was he in? Youngest manager. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. It's like, if you just want to take trophies, then cool. Then Spurs are fucking about, I don't know, probably about the 200th biggest team in the world. Yeah, they've won 17 trophies in their entire existence. So what we're doing here? Yeah, Bayern Munich are probably, I'd say they're definitely top 5. Definitely top 5, bro. Yeah, Bayern Munich are massive. Yeah, and it's like, when I see people, yeah, Frankfurt are decent as well. But when I see people say like Durag Diaries, I ain't digging him out, Pauls. Yeah. But when I'm hearing him say that Celtic are not bigger than Tottenham, bro, what are you basing that off of? Like, genuinely, what are you basing that off of? Celtic are fucking huge, bro. Yeah, they're a massive football club. Yeah, and I think people just sleep on Celtic because it's the Scottish league. Oh, it's a farmers league. Oh, it's a shit league. It's an inferior league. Well, it's not an inferior league, is it? Because it's all relative to what league you play in. Yeah, Bayern Munich done a fucking 10 or 11 in a row because they were superior to everybody else. But everybody else is still on a similar level. Bayern were just better. Similar to Man United back in the day. Everybody else was on a similar level, but Man United were just better than everyone else. Yeah, Celtic and Rangers are just better than everyone else. But then Aberdeen popped up and got in the conversation when Fergie was there, but then Celtic Rangers ever since. And it's like every single league is relative. It's the same when it comes down to players. If all of these leagues are so shit, yeah, why do we keep buying players from all these leagues? Why do all our clubs buy players from these leagues? Because if their leagues are so shit, why do we want their players? 13 Prems for Fergie. That's what I'm saying, bro. What's my top 5? What teams? Like in terms of biggest clubs? A couple of you asked me that. Real Madrid. Yeah, and I'm taking this off of Champions Leagues. Yeah, I'll do the whole thing then, yeah? Because if this is what Durag's going to do, yeah, then we'll do it off of the whole thing. Fan base, yeah, it's trophies, size of trophies, because you lot love to compare trophies. I just think a trophy is a trophy, bruv. So Real Madrid. After that, I'd go, I don't know, man. You can flip a coin on Liverpool, Man United, and Bayern Munich. You can flip a coin on any 3 of them, and it wouldn't look stupid, would it? Although Manchester United European pedigree, if you want to compare Champions Leagues, then Man United are 4th out of the fucking 3 of them. So Real Madrid are clear. Yeah, then you got Barca in there. So I don't know. Real Madrid are the best team in the world, bruv. Yeah, they're the best team in the world. Yeah, but if we're taking size of fan bases, we're taking, if we're taking trophies, the amount of trophies, yeah, income, fan base, all this bullshit, then you have to put fucking other teams in there, like Celtic, like Rangers, like Al Ahly, the Egyptian one, not the Saudi one. You have to put Milan in there. You have to put Juventus in there. Yeah, you have to put some of these other clubs in there. Yeah, and this is why I just solely take it down to fucking everything's relative, bro. Yeah, because Celtic and Rangers, I think they've out of 100, I think it's nearly 130 years of the Scottish League. I think they've won about 120 odd of them. Yeah, only a few other clubs have won that Scottish League, other than Celtic and Rangers. But that's not to say the league's shit. It's just lower down the spectrum and the pecking order. But the standard and the quality in each league, like the French league, the Championship, the Bundesliga, so on and so forth, the quality is lower in comparison to some of the other leagues, but it's still relative. So when a team goes on and wins something, they were just head and shoulders better, like a Bayern Munich, like a Manchester United, like a Manchester City, like a Chelsea when they're dominating. Yeah, like a Celtic or a Rangers, like a Real Madrid and a Barca, like a Juve and an AC. Yeah, but the rest of the league is still relative. They were just better. Yeah, but when you look at the French league, you had Lille win the league the other year. Yeah, a few years back. You had Napoli win 2 out of the last 4. Or 2 out of the last 3 or whatever it is. Yeah, Ajax, another team. Bro, they're a massive football club, bro. Where do I rank Arsenal in the top 15? Well, based on trophies solely, nowhere near, bro. Based on size of the club, income, yeah, size of fan base, yeah, trophies, history, shit, all the bullshit, then yeah, cool. You could maybe shoehorn them in somehow, some way. Yeah, but let's not pretend, yeah. Arsenal have only won, what, 30 trophies, 31 trophies? But there's clubs out there that have won more league titles than that. So I'm saying, bro, there's so many clubs. So many fucking clubs. Al Ahly have 125 trophies. I think that's the most in the world, right? I think they've got more than any other club in the world at Al Ahly. Yeah, Benfica are massive. Benfica are bigger than Arsenal. Yeah, and like I said a minute ago, yeah, for anyone who's just joined, yeah, Benfica about 10, 12 years ago had more paying members for their football club than any club on the planet. And that was when Fergie was in charge. Like fucking, you had Jose in charge, all the bad man. Yeah, and it's like, I am doing the Super Cup tomorrow. I will be there, bro. I will be there. Yeah, but it's like, what do you class a size of a club off of? And it's subjective to each person, isn't it? And yeah, for me, yeah, I'll go with a few metrics. I'll go with consistency in winning trophies, total trophies. So Man United and Bayern are straight in the conversation. Real Madrid and Barca are straight in there. Chelsea, Man City are straight in there. Yeah, then you go off of the size of the fan base if you want to put that in there. Yeah, well, now Celtic and Rangers and all that are in there because consistency, constantly winning trophy. So this is why, yeah, when you have these conversations, then people start dismissing the other leagues because the Premier League is the be-all and end-all. No, it fucking ain't. We all know, yeah, let's just not be dumb here, yeah? We all know the biggest club on the planet is Real Madrid. Let's just stop chatting shit. They're the biggest club in the world. Whether you like them, don't like them, whatever, whatever. We know Real Madrid are the biggest club in world football. We already know that. Did Hooks raid, did he? Bless up Hooks for the raid. Sorry, I was on a different screen. I'll come back to the super chats in a sec, guys. Did Hooks raid, yeah? Bless up Hooks. Yeah, big up Hooks for the raid. Yeah, Hooks, we're just killing off Durag, bruv, for his stupid take about Spurs and fucking Celtic. Yeah, because Celtic are bigger than Spurs. Yeah, and you didn't want no part of that, bruv. I hear it. Yeah? But let's just not be stupid here, yeah? We know Real Madrid are the biggest club in world football. We know that. But why do we know that? We know that because their constant success in the major honours every single year. They're always there in the conversation. Arsenal win. Celtic, cool. In Europe, they're a shambles. Domestically, they clean up. Yeah, Benfica. Yeah, they clean up. Yeah, Juve, AC, Inter, whatever, whichever way, Napoli now. Yeah, but then you've got PSG, now you've got Man City, now you've got Chelsea. So what do you actually take this off of? How do you rate the size of a football club? Everyone's got their different thing for it, yeah? Right, but for me, yeah, if you want to dismiss trophies, yeah, if you want to dismiss trophies from black and white TV or before TV, then cool, you have to do that with every club then, yeah? If you want to dismiss other leagues, then cool, you don't want players from them leagues then. It is subjective, facts. It is subjective because people, I see them in my chat all the time, man. It's not a diss, yeah, but people rate the Champions League higher than, say, an FA Cup. I just take a cup as a cup, bro. A trophy is a trophy. Okay, cool. You get more prestige within Europeans elite if you win a European trophy. And obviously my club is shit. They don't win any of them. Yeah, but at the same time, total trophies, yeah, and consistency in winning trophies. I couldn't care less that Arsenal won Invincible. At the time, I loved it. But it's a gold trophy, bro. Nobody fucking cares. It's still what they're saying. You just won the league, bruv. You won the league. That's the same as winning the league the next season. Yeah, and losing 7 games, but you still won the league. The only difference is we did it Invincible. It'll probably never be done again. Yada, yada, yada. What's harder to do? Win a treble, the treble, yeah, or go Invincible? What do you guys reckon? And why you spam that in the chat? What's harder to do? Win a treble, i.e. the Cup, the League, and the Champions League, or go Invincible for a league title? What's harder to do? Yeah, and while I go for a piss and get a cold beer out the freezer, I'll come back to this in a second. Spam the likes. I'm going to be here for about an hour and a half anyway. Yeah, man said Invincible. Bro, how's it harder to win 1 trophy than it is win 3? That makes no sense to me. And do you know what's mad, yeah? I think since 1987 when I started supporting Arsenal, I think only this was up until before last season, so it may have changed now, but somebody in my chat put it in before last season, end of last season. I think only 11 teams have done a treble. Yeah, and I think about fucking 80 teams have gone invincible. What's harder to do, win 1 trophy or 3? But it's the 3, innit? It's mad. Invincible's not that hard to do, bro. Look how many clubs have gone invincible. Chelsea ladies done it this season. Yeah, Steven Gerrard done it at fucking Rangers. 3 trophies. Yeah, in fact, actually, Chelsea women's manager went invincible treble, but that was domestic treble. Yeah, 3 trophies is harder to win than 1. Yeah, and do you know what's mad? Yeah, when we went invincible that season, obviously I loved it. Yeah, but the following season, Jose Mourinho got more points than us. So that was harder to do, right? Because he actually got more points. So surely that's a better achievement. Because he actually amassed more points, right? Because if we're working off of, oh, well, this trophy is better than this. And yeah, but this, the amount of points Fergie got, he won the league on 76. Blah, 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 blah. Cool, we're working on your own logic then. Jose getting 95 points was a better achievement than us getting 90 then. You still get the same fucking trot. Well, actually, we got a gold one because we went invincible. Yeah, but you still won the league. Yeah, doing a double and doing a treble is harder, yeah, to do than win 1 trophy. Get out of here, Yasser, bruv. Get out of here. Spurs won the first double. When you say double, what do you mean? Get out of here, you fucking Spurs fans, bruv. Fucking hate Tottenham. I fucking hate Chelsea. I fucking hate Man United. First English team to win the European trophy. That is true. Excited in FA Cup. Yeah, but do you know what it is as well, yeah? Like, when I see people just totally fucking dismiss these other leagues, it winds me up, man. Yeah, it winds me up. Yeah, because it's like, what's harder to do, yeah? Celtic go and win a treble in their domestic league, yeah, with the cups, yeah? Or Arsenal win an FA Cup or a League Cup. What's harder to do? Oh, but the quality in the competition's harder. Yeah, but it's still relative because the quality of their league is lower. We all can agree on that. But it's still relative. They're still going to have days where they have off days. They're still going to have teams that are going to beat them, like Aberdeen or Hibs or Hearts or fucking Hudson with 11 or fucking Forfar. All these teams, Edgley Onion, yeah, and all these teams. So what's harder to do? Arsenal go and win an FA Cup or a League Cup, or Celtic actually do a domestic treble? What's harder to do? A treble in Scotland domestically, or Arsenal win an FA Cup? They've won 9 trophies. We've won 1. Like, it's all relative, bro. Yeah, and people forget this. Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. And it's the same in every other league. Big up Daryl, brother. Big up my guy, always, man. It's so jarring to see it because it's like, bro, how does Jose go and win a treble? Then he comes to Chelsea and does back-to-back titles and won a League Cup in his first season as well. Celtic is no way bigger than Spurs. Do explain yourself. I'm going for a piss. How are they not bigger? How are Spurs bigger than Celtic? Please explain. I'm going to have a piss. I'll come back and read it, yeah? Big up Kai, bruv. How are Celtic smaller than Spurs? Do explain that to me. Be nice to him. Don't be dickheads, bruv. Yeah, at least he's being polite with it. I'll be 1 minute, yeah? Right, cool. What did he say? Bosh. PSG 6, Spurs 0. I disagree. We've got more European trophies and more fans. Bro, I will argue you all day long, respectfully, of course. Celtic have more fans than Spurs. Real talk. I'm not even trying to fucking gaslight anybody. I'm not even trying to take the piss. Celtic have more fans globally than Tottenham Hotspur. I will argue that until I'm blue in the face. Yeah, as for European trophies, how many European trophies does Celtic have? Celtic honours. Celtic FC honours. Let's have a look. Let's go, guys. How many do they have? Well, they have 55 league titles, by the way. 42 Scottish Cups, 22 League Cups, 1 Champions League, European Cup. So, cool. Tottenham can beat them on European trophies. But they have 55 league titles, bruv. You have 2. They have 42 Scottish Cups. Spurs have 8. How many League Cups have Spurs got? Because Celtic have got 22. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, bruv. It really ain't looking good, bruv. It really ain't. So you reckon you got more fans? I disagree. Celtic fans are everywhere, bro. Doesn't matter what country you live in. And listen, this channel is mad global, yeah? Mad global. I guarantee every single person in this chat has bumped into a Celtic fan in the country they live in. Guarantee it. 100% guarantee it. Doesn't matter where you go, doesn't matter where you live, you would have bumped into a Celtic fan. As soon as you see an Irish pub, there's Celtic fans there. Celtic fans everywhere, mate. So could Chelsea and Arsenal combined. I wouldn't go that far, but they're bigger than both individually in terms of fan base, I think. Big up Nunandinho, bruv. Come on, always love. Argument don't make sense. I'm only going off of the clip I see of Do-Rag Diaries having a stinker and hooked, bruv. Having a stinker and hooked. Stinker and hooked. I suppose more like Aberdeen. Yeah, that's a decent comparison. I can't lie. Boca Juniors are bigger than Spurs. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. It's like, what do you rate it off of? What, more European trophies? So we only count European trophies. Is that what we do? Well, if we're only going off of European trophies, then yeah, then Benfica are bigger than fucking most clubs on the planet. If we're going off of that, yeah, then Marseille are bigger than fucking most clubs on the planet. But we're just going off a European trophy. Yeah, and then if it's only European, why is it only European? Why isn't it global? Why can't you open it up to the Americas or to Asia or to the Africas? Why is it only European trophies? I wouldn't say Rangers are bigger than Celtic, but you can argue that amongst yourselves. That's mad political. I ain't getting into that shit. Yeah. Me personally, yeah, I see more Celtic fans and have done in every country I've ever been to, yeah, than I have Rangers fans. However, both of the clubs are fucking huge. Both of them are massive. Yeah, and both of them are bigger than Spurs. And I said Lee's aura farming. I'm tired, bro. I can't lie. So I have the full biggest. Get this guy a beer. Biggest fan base. Is that true? Where have you seen that? Let me have a look on online. Yeah. Football clubs most. See, this is going to take into account Instagram and all this bullshit, isn't it? This is going to take into account Instagram and fucking how many followers online and all this bullshit, isn't it? See, most popular football clubs, it says on here, yeah? Liverpool #1. See, this is bullshit, bro. Right, okay, let me have a look at this. Okay, cool. So, Real Madrid, Barca, United, Liverpool, Munich, PSG, Juve, Chelsea, City, Spurs, Atleti, AC Milan, Inter, and Borussia Dortmund. Well, we all know that's a complete load of bollocks. Now there's one with social media followers. Like, we don't want social media followers, bruv. Most of the people that support these, follow these clubs don't even fucking support the club anyway. And this is why it's so subjective and so hard to figure out. Now, this is why these arguments are fucking pointless a lot of the times. The fact and reality is, yeah, Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world. Nobody can argue that. However, I will argue anyone that Celtic are bigger than Tottenham. And that's not because I'm an Arsenal fan, because I couldn't give two fucks about Tottenham. And anyone who's watched me for long enough knows that. In fact, let's go with this, yeah? Let's try and see if we can do this. All clubs with the most paid members. All clubs with the most paying members. FC Bayern Munich. Here we go. Here we go, guys. This is how you decide the size of a football club, yeah? FC Bayern Munich are first. They have the most paying members. Over 400,000 people pay for a membership every year. How fucking mad that is. How fucking tap that is. This was February 2025. This is Finance Football website. In fact, no, this one, see, this is what I'm saying. It changes every fucking website. Benfica are still top. What did I say to you before, about 20 minutes ago? Benfica have got the most paying members in the world. So if we're taking it just off a size of memberships at clubs, yeah, Benfica are the biggest club in the world then. Yeah, then Bayern Munich, then River Plate, then Boca, then Borussia Dortmund. But then you go to a different website. That was February 25. That's fully paid up members, yeah? You go on Wikipedia, and it gives the top 36. Cool. So let's go with this then. Bayern Munich and Benfica are level. River Plate are third. So Bayern Munich and Benfica have both got 400,000 paying members. River Plate have got 350. Boca have got 335. Dortmund 218,000. Tasmania Football Club. Bosh. Well, that's Aussie rules, bruv. So we're not counting that. Schalke have 180,000 paying members. Barca have 150,000. Ajax, 150,000. Frankfurt, Sporting. SC Nacional. FC Köln have 132. Then Porto have 131k. Hajduk Split 115k. That's what I'm saying. Like, well, how are we monitoring this, bruv? Hamburg 100k. Stuttgart, Mönchengladbach both 100k. Madrid 99.7k. Are Arsenal on this list? Nope, they're not on the list, guys. They're not on the list. That's what I'm saying. How do you rank the size of a football club? How do you rank that? How do you rank a size of a football club? So these conversations, yeah, whilst they're good and you can have a good debate on them, and everyone's got a different opinion on them, yeah? How do you rank the size of a football club? All right, big up LB, brother. Sorry, man, I've only just seen that, bro. Hey, bro, I'm fuming, man. You man are gonna sell fucking Savio, bruv. You're gonna sell him to that lot down the lane. Yeah, that's pissed me off. I can't lie. I even DM'd him, bruv. He ain't even seen it, bruv. I fucking love him. Piece of fucking my water, bruv. How'd you let Savio fucking leave and we buy fucking Mad Wakey, bruv? Fucking nonny Mad Wakey. And Savio's on the doorstep. Fuck my life, bruv. Everything counts. Fan base, achievement, stadium history is biggest. Badass. The answer is Real Madrid. Facts. Right, listen, it all comes back to Real Madrid. Real Madrid are the biggest club in world football. Yeah, we all know. We're not dumb, yeah? Well, I like to think that this channel, most people are not dumb. There's a lot of dumb people that don't comment. They just sit there watching, trying to get the clip, trying to cancel me or trying to dox my address. Yeah, good one. Yeah, nobody cares, bruv. You need to get a passport first. But real talk here, we're not stupid. We already know that Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, Liverpool, not in any particular order, but Real Madrid are first, by the way. Juventus, yeah, AC Milan. You can put PSG up there if you want. Yeah, they're in the conversation now. We all know they're massive football clubs. Benfica, we know they're massive football clubs, isn't it? Yeah, but at the same time, there's other clubs that, like Leeds United, like Aston Villa, like Marseille, yeah, like Inter Milan. Yeah, they're fucking massive football clubs, bro. Massive football clubs. Yeah, and when I see people crying and burning Isak shirts, it's like, are you tapped? Why are you burning an Isak shirt, bruv? You never won a trophy in your lifetime until he rocked up at your club. And I see the video, somebody posted it out. Where is it? Video on TikTok of a Newcastle fan burning Alexander Isak shirt. I was like, all we need now is Gaza to arrive at the scene with a fishing rod, some chicken and a few beers, claiming to be a mate of Isak. Right, is this what we're doing? Why are you burning an Isak shirt? Oh, you're doing it for views. Nobody fucking cares, bruv. I bet Isak ain't going to sleep tonight. Gyökeres went on strike. Gyökeres waived £2 million. His agent and him between them said, fuck the bonuses. We don't care. Yeah, it's bullshit. Man said he's a brat. How's he a brat? How is he a brat? Because when a club wants to force a player out and the player don't want to go, yeah, then what? Surely it works the same way, right? I've had this with my club so many times. We've forced players out of the club before that we don't want to leave. Every single one of our clubs has forced players out of the club. Yeah, that don't want to leave. So it's like they sign a contract. Oh, he signed a contract. He needs to adhere to the contract. No, he doesn't. He only adheres to the contract until the club decide that he don't need to adhere to the contract and they bin him. So what is he doing that's any different to what the club would do if it was the other way around and he was shit? The only reason everyone's got the ump with him is because he's a fucking good player. Yeah, and he scores a lot of goals. Yeah, so let's just be real with it. Yeah, the guy scores a lot of goals. Yeah, he helped win Newcastle a trophy. So I don't really get what the issue is here. He disrespected Newcastle. No, he never. He helped him win a trophy. He should have a fucking statue outside the ground. Yeah, Alan Shearer's got one. He never won nothing at Newcastle. Why has he got one? Why has Alan Shearer got a statue at Newcastle? He never won nothing at Newcastle. Why has he got a statue? Why has he got one? They didn't defend Aubameyang like this. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, there is no loyalty in football. Like I said earlier, yeah, for anyone who's joined like later on in the stream, yeah, if you're working for Calvin Klein and you're getting paid 200 or 2 million a year to be the global fucking marketing manager, and then Ralph Lauren come in and offer you 4 million a year to do the same job for them, yeah, with more chances of fucking getting bonuses and shit like that, you're going to do the same as Isak, bruv. You're leaving. Yeah, Gyökeres has done the same shit this summer, by the way. But I'm seeing people go, context. No, context, they're both under contract. They both signed a contract. Oh, but one had a gentleman's agreement. Oh, really? How do you know that? Okay, and let's assume that he did have a gentleman's agreement. Was it documented on legally binding paperwork? Because one refused to go back to training and said we'll waiver all of our fucking bonuses. And now Isak's doing the same, and that's a problem. Apparently Wissa's doing the same as well at Brentford. What's the difference? What's the difference? Yeah, how many times have we seen footballers down tools and say, I'll never play for the club again? Fuck them. Fuck them. But then when it's the other way round, yeah, and I'll give you another example, yeah? We all know Sambi Lokonga ain't wanted at Arsenal. So why is he in the squad? Why is he in the squad, bro? Yeah, how many times, yeah, have we seen players, yeah, not be put in a squad? Yeah, I'll give you another example, yeah? Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United. We all know that Ten Hag wanted to force him out of the club. We all know Man United wanted to get rid of him. Ten Hag was making him warm up and train and fucking run up and down the touchline and then never brought him on. Or is that not mugging him off then? It works the same way. Yeah, these clubs are bigger scumbags than the players. Yeah, let's just be real with it. Yeah, Tevez is, bro, there's loads. Garnacho's another one. Yeah, Garnacho. Why is nobody talking about Garnacho? Is it a colour thing? Is this what it is? Nobody was speaking about Gyökeres. Our fans were cheering. Oh, yes. Oh, pick a player that wants your club so much that he'll give up all of his wages and his fees and he'll dump his girlfriend and he'll move house and he'll go on strike. Yeah, and his agent will waiver the fee and he'll take less percentage. But that is Isak. All of our fans are sitting on like, oh, it's disgusting what he's doing. No, fucking ain't, mate. I mean, it ain't. You all signed a contract. Everyone signed a contract. If Isak don't want to work anymore, he has every fucking right to say, bollocks, I ain't working, bruv. The same as the club have the right to say, bollocks, you're not in our plans, fuck off. And if he goes, I'm not leaving, I'm not fucking leaving, the show goes on, you end up with a Harry Maguire. Yeah, or a fucking, who was the other one? Phil Jones. Yeah, players like that. Yeah, who was the guy that was at Chelsea back in the day? They just sat there, Wilfred Bogard. They just sat there and was like, yeah, cool. You offer me 50 grand a week contract. I'm just going to sit here and run my contract down, bro. I'm just going to sit on the bench, bro. You pay me, you signed the contract, mate. I ain't leaving. You can't force me out. I ain't going anywhere. Yeah, it works both ways. Yeah, the problem is, yeah, Luke Shaw's another one. The problem is, yeah, when it works for your club, it's amazing. It's fantastic. So when it was Gyökeres, yeah, for Arsenal, our Sporting are being a disgrace. The Sporting owners is fucking scumbag. That's all our fans kept saying. Oh, he's disgusting. No, Gyökeres signed a contract, bruv. Forget the gentleman's handshake because there's no loyalty in football. The person who apparently did that is at Man City now anyway. Yeah, so now it's Isak. All of a sudden, everyone's making a hoo-ha out of it. What are we doing here? Yeah, it works the same way, both sides. The club and the player agreed a contract. The length of contract, the bonuses, the terms, the agreements, the T's, the dots, the I's, the C's, and all that bullshit, yeah? Cool. But now if the club don't want you anymore, they'll make your life very difficult and try and force you out of the football club. And certain players go, no, bollocks, I'm staying, mate. I'm staying. You offered me a contract, I'm staying. Wilfred Bogard did it. Yeah. Other players have had it at other clubs. Yeah, but now Gyökeres done it this summer and Arsenal fans are lauding it up. Now Arsenal fans are sitting all over Twitter today chatting absolute fucking bullshit, yeah, about Isak. Oh, it's a disgrace how he's carrying on. Yeah, he should have done it before Ekitike signed. No, he shouldn't. Yeah, I see the fucking, who's that fucking knob? Le Grove. He looks like the fucking lead singer of the Shaman. Yeah, fucking find Shaman, man, mate. Yeah, how about find Shaman? How about that? You're sitting there going, oh, all of the striker money. Yeah, all of the striker money this summer's gone. No, it ain't. Liverpool could go and do another 250 million this summer, mate. Does he realise how football works? Yeah, maybe it's a colour thing. Maybe it is an underbelly colour thing, bruv. Big up Narendra, bro. I will get these super chats in a minute, guys. Yeah, but no, real talk, yeah. When the club wants a player out, yeah, we've all watched the fucking 89 documentary. We've all watched other documentaries. We've all watched all of this, yeah. R.I.P. Rocky Rocastle. Yeah, we've all seen when he sat, George Graham sat Rocky Rocastle in the car and said, we're sending you. We've accepted the bid, mate. You're going to Leeds. See you later. Yeah, but Gaffer, I don't want to leave. Tough, you're going. He could have said, no, bollocks, I've signed the contract. I'm staying. But no, the club want you out. Oh, that's fine. The club forced Aubameyang out. The club forced Mesut Ozil out. The club forced Tommy out. Yeah, just recently, Tommy Asu. They forced him out. Tommy could have gone, nah, bollocks, I ain't going. Signed the contract, mate. You gave me an extension to the contract. I'm staying. I ain't going nowhere. But that's the other way round, and it's the player doing it. All of a sudden, it's a massive problem. Do you know why? Because it's fucking Liverpool, and everyone's rattled because they'll probably win the league again. Yeah, if they get Isak, it's game over. How comes nobody cares that Callum Wilson's left the club and Longstaff have left the club? Yeah, when it was Alexis Sanchez, oh, he's a snake. Van Persie, snake. Ashley Cole, snake. Cesc, snake. Yeah, Kleb. Yeah, Son. Yeah, Clichy, Sagna, Nasri. We could go on fucking on, mate. And Ariston. Yeah, real talk. If it's a shit player, nobody cares, do they? If it's a player that's actually half decent, all of a sudden they're a snake. They're burning shirts. But how about burn your season ticket and stop giving the club the money? How about that? How about that? Yeah, because when the club want to get rid of a footballer, they'll get rid of the footballer unless the footballer goes, bollocks, I'm staying, like Harry Maguire did. Harry Maguire said, no, I ain't taking 90 grand a week pay cut to go West Ham. Fuck off, I'm staying. Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, it's absolute bullshit, bro. Yeah, and this is the thing, yeah. Yeah, no one said anything when Harry Kane did it. Thank you. Yeah, do you remember when Steven Gerrard tried forcing his way to Chelsea? And Wayne Rooney tried forcing his way to Chelsea? Yeah, Tevez forced his way out of the club. Yeah, but then as soon as Roy Keane gets kicked out of the football club for saying fucking what he said about the players and the manager and all that bullshit, yeah? Well, they got rid of him. Roy Keane could have gone, fuck off. Send my contract out, mate. I'll just take his call. Take his call. I signed a contract. You signed it with me, mate. We've done a contract here, bruv. Roy Keane could have gone bollocks. Instead, Roy Keane went Celtic. So when it works for the club, it's fine. You know, when it works in favour of your club, it's fine. But then when it's a rival team that are going to get the decent player, all of a sudden it's a massive problem for everyone. Fuck off. Get out of here, man. Yeah, Stam got kicked out. Facts. Big up Marcus. Yep, Stam got kicked out. Bro, there's so many instances of this over the years here. Angel Di Maria, another one. Yeah, Falcao was another one. When it works for your club and in favour of your club, so Liverpool fans in this chat, they'll be sitting there licking their chops like the cat that got the cream. They will go, hey, yeah. We already know Isak's going to Liverpool. Every single person in this chat is not dumb, the ones that are in the chat. The ones that might be watching like and not commenting, some of them are mute and some of them are just busy and they're listening in the background, they're working and driving, whatever. Cool, big up to you guys. Yeah, but let's not be dumb here. We already know Alexander Isak's going to Liverpool. We already know. We already know. Yeah, Bale at Madrid. Another one. We already know he's going to Liverpool, bro. We already know. Sterling, another one. Why are Arsenal fans sitting online saying get rid of Martinelli? He's shit. Why don't you just trust the process, bro? Why don't you just trust your manager? So toxic and negative. Why do you want Martinelli gone? He's part of the process, right? The process that you've been telling me is working for 6 years and it's been shit. So why don't you trust your very own process? Oh, but now it's a player that's not fashionable anymore. Yeah, it's fine because now we have to kick him out. We have to kick him out. Well, he can sit there and go, bollocks, I'm on 180 grand a week. I'm not going anywhere. Then it's, yeah, and I see it with the Gyökeres one, yeah? See it with the Gyökeres one. Why are Sporting being so difficult? It's disgusting the way their owner's going on. Oh, it's almost like their players under contract, mate, and they want to get the most fucking money for him, innit? No, but when it's another team that has one of the best strikers in the Prem, and he's going to go to the team that just won the title, all of a sudden, oh, it's disgusting how Isak's behaving. No, you just know that if Isak goes to Liverpool, it's game over for your manager again. That's all it is. That's all it comes down to, bro. That's all it comes down to. And even without Isak, they'll probably win the league anyway. Them or Man City are finish above Arsenal, both of them. Yeah, Figo's another one. Facts. But if Isak signs for Liverpool, they win the title. Yeah, and I don't gamble, but if I did, I would put money. If Isak goes, and I think he is going to Liverpool. Yeah, if Isak goes to Liverpool, title's done, mate. It's fucking done. Yeah, game over. Yeah, and this is why you got people like Gabby Agbonlahor. Yeah, you got fucking Ali McCoist. They're trying to cause the drama, all the bullshit. Yeah, you got Adrian Dunham trying to hype up Arsenal after he used to do the Daily Arsenal. Yeah, saying Arsenal are going to win the league. And you got Arsenal fans sitting all over the internet, you know, chatting absolute bollocks about Isak when they were lauding up Gyökeres for doing the same thing, by the way. Oh, but that's different. How's it different, bro? They've both got contracts. They both went on strike. They said they'd never play for their club again. Oh, but he had a gentleman's agreement. And the guy who gave the gentleman's agreement's now at Man City, bro. That ain't a gentleman's agreement with the people that are there. That was with the guy that went to Man City. Like, what are we doing there? Yeah, it's bullshit, bruv. Absolute rubbish. And I'm sick to death of these people. Yeah, I'm sick to death of these people. Yeah, because when it works for your club, it's cool. When it works the opposite way, and it's a rival team that are going to benefit off of it, a team that have already won the title, oh, they're cheating. Oh, this is disgusting. The way they're acting is fucking out of order. I mean, I can't believe it. Yeah, and you've got Newcastle fans burning shirts. Motherfuckers, it's the first time you've ever seen your club win a trophy. And I like Newcastle. I love their stadium. I love their fans. I love the city. You know, I say it's one of the best away days. That and Crystal Palace are my top 2 away days in England. But you're burning Isak shirts. Well, without Isak, you wouldn't have won anything, mate. So hold that. Yeah, how about have a bit of shame and you're going to get a fucking British record fee for him? Yeah, ain't my fault. It ain't your fault. It ain't anybody else's fault that you couldn't get Heshko. Yeah, you couldn't get all these other strikers that you wanted. Yeah, you couldn't get all these other strikers. Ain't my fault or your fault or anybody else's fault that your board and your hierarchy couldn't close a fucking door this summer. Because that's all it boils down to. The fact that Newcastle couldn't close a fucking door. They couldn't close a deal this summer. Because every player they've gone in for this summer, striker-wise, has said, fuck off. Gone somewhere else. They'll end up with Nico Jackson for 60 mil. That's all it boils down to. They're venting their anger at the wrong people or the wrong person. They're venting it at Alexander Isak because he wants to go to a massive football club, one of the biggest powerhouses in world football, after helping Newcastle win their first trophy in 60-odd years, which is the first time Newcastle fans, most of them, have seen a trophy in their lifetime. Now they want to kick off on him because their board couldn't close the Sesko deal. They couldn't close the Ekatike deal. They can't get Isak to sign a new deal. They can't get any other striker in that they fucking want. So what we're doing here? How about vent your anger at your board? Is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, they wanted Ekatike, couldn't get him. Liverpool said, bollocks, we're having him or him. In fact, actually, we're having both. And they are going to get him. They are going to get Isak. Man said you're a fake fan. Nobody cares, bruv. You're pretending to be Mark Goldbridge online. Nobody cares. Thanks. Now I'm getting paid to talk about football, bro. And I've got 14 super chats to get through. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Man said go support Mumbai. That's probably where you're from, bruv. And big up all the guys from Mumbai in my chat that are not dickheads. Thanks, though. Imagine pretending to be a guy who's called Mark Goldbridge, which is not even his real name, bruv. Crazy work. Let's get these super chats. Big up Gianni. Lol, that's BS. If your club is a certain level, players will leave for bigger club. It's a natural thing. I'm a Napoli fan. As long as you respect the club, don't go to a rival. It is what it is. Do you know what? It depends what you class as a rival, though. Who's Napoli's rival? Because Napoli have only won how many titles? Who's Napoli's rival? Because it ain't Inter, ain't AC, and it ain't Juve. It's probably Roma. Yes, you've won a couple of titles, and that's not a diss to you, Gianni. You know that. I know you're always here as well, yeah? But now, real talk, how do you describe a rival? Like, what is your rival? Yeah, because you've only won a couple of titles in the last 30 odd years. Yeah, and then when you compare that to Juve, Inter, AC in that 30 odd years, bro, you're miles away. Somebody block this dickhead, man. One of the mods, do your job, bro. So, like, who is your rival? Because it ain't Inter, it ain't AC, and it ain't Juve. So who's the rival? Isn't rival based on a derby? Nope. Because I don't count Tottenham as a rival. They're shits, bruv. Yeah, for me, Man United are rivals. Yeah, Man United are my rival. Yeah, Tottenham are shit, bro. They'll forever be shit. Yeah, they won a trophy last season. They can win one tomorrow. Good luck to them, whatever. In fact, fuck good luck to them. I hope they get slapped. Yeah, but they're not my rival. Bro, they've won, what, 19 trophies, or 18 or 19 trophies in their entire existence, bro. As an Arsenal fan, I've seen Arsenal win 17 in my lifetime. That's about all the ones before my lifetime. So why would Tottenham be my rival? Logistically, yes. It's like Betis and Sevilla. Betis and Sevilla are 3 kilometers away, same as Arsenal and Tottenham. So logistically, we're rivals. But we're not rivals, are we? And Sevilla are miles clear of Betis. So they're not rivals. Logistically, they are. They're just neighbours. Yeah, I'd say Sevilla's rivals are probably Atleti. Same as Arsenal's rivals, for me, are Man United. Is what it is, isn't it? And don't rule Spurs out for winning that, by the way. Do not rule Spurs out for winning that. Do you consider City as a rival? Not really. Not really. Chelsea, back in the day, maybe a little bit for a few years. But for me, it's Man United, bro. It always will be. Man United. I've seen it back in the 90s. Seen it in the noughties. Seen it all the way through, man. Man United's the rival, bro. Yeah, Chelsea are what Arsenal was supposed to be when we smashed Highbury down. Yeah, and Chelsea infuriate me, but under Roman, yeah, they were everything that Arsenal was supposed to be when we smashed that fucking stadium down, mate. Yeah, but I don't necessarily see Chelsea as rivals. I just see them as a fucking nuisance. Yeah, but Man United are my rival, bro. Yeah, when I play Man United, yeah, when my team play Man United, bro, fucking hate that club. Hate them with a passion. Hate them with a passion, mate. Yeah, when I watch and play against Tottenham, obviously I want to beat them. Yeah, it's like if you've got a brother or a sister or a unicorn, non-binary, of course, and you're playing GTA, you know, you're playing fucking Need for Speed, or you're playing FIFA, whatever it may be. Yeah, and you're playing against them, and you beat them 99 times out of 100. But then that one time they beat you, and they talk about it for the rest of their lives. That's Tottenham. Yeah, it's just like. It's like, yeah, whatever, mate. You just sit down there. Man United, yeah, and Rant said it as well when we've done streams together. And we're resuming the streams next week, by the way, next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Rant said it as well. It was like, when I see Thierry Henry walking out on the pitch, felt physically sick. That's how I felt when I see fucking Van Nistelrooy, Dwight York, Andy Cole, all the ballers, Giggsy. Yeah, we all know the players that Man U had under Fergie. Yeah, when I see that team line up, and I'll never forget Cristiano Ronaldo at 18 years old chefing us up at Highbury. Yeah, 4-2. Scored twice that night. John O'Shea dinked the goalkeeper. Never forget that, man. Yeah, because like, and this is what I say to people all the time. When people say, who's the greatest player of all time, or oh, this player, oh, how can you rate Zola better than this? Or how can you rate Joe Cole better than that? How do you think Joe Cole's better than... Like, bruv, unless you fucking watched it, not in the ground, but actually watched it. Yeah, bro, I can't sit there and talk about Maradona's career because I never see his whole career. I seem like that. Wired off his fucking nuts. Yeah, but I know Maradona's a baller. But unless I watched it on TV, when he was at Napoli, when he was at Sevilla, when he was at Barca, so on and so forth, yeah, I don't know how fucking good he was. So I can only go off what my dad says. Yeah, my dad's still alive, bless him. Yeah, but for now, he's had 4 fucking experimentals, the mutant, bruv. I think he's out here this month as well. You watch this fucker turn up on Friday at 9 p.m. when Liverpool kick off. However, at least he's chill. Yeah, but unless you actually watched a player on TV or live in the stadium and see their whole career, you don't know how good that player is. Watching highlights don't do it justice. It's like when I go back and watch Johan Cruyff and Maradona and Eusebio and players like this, you can tell they're fucking insane. But you don't know the context of the players they were up against and how fucking the feeling was going into a game for Ajax or going into a game for their country or whatever it is. You don't realise. It's like Thierry Henry highlights, Bergkamp highlights, they look unbelievable, and they were unbelievable. And I'm lucky enough that I see them both play together in the same team, and I was lucky enough to see them live multiple times. But for any of you younger guys in this chat, yeah, right, when you go back and look at that, you don't fucking realise how good that was, because you don't, like, the build-up, yeah, a build-up to an Arsenal Man United game. There is no build-up this week. Where's the build-up? There's no build-up, bruv. We play Man United on Sunday. I ain't seen no fucking build-up. I ain't seen no build-up. Back then, it was, oh yeah, shit. How's Gary Neville going to get on against Bobby Pires? How's Roy King going to do against Vieira? Like the midfield battle. Like, what about Beckham? What about Beckham against Ashley? Like down that wing against Ashley Cole? Is Pires going to track back? Bro, you don't fucking get it. What's Scholesy going to do? Yeah, it's like, unless you fucking lived it in that era and see it, you don't understand how fucking good it was. And that is me with Maradona. Yeah, I see Maradona charlied off his nut in 94 at the World Cup. I was 12 years old. And he ran up to the camera wired. That's my memory of Maradona, bro. And then when I speak to my dad, he's like, nah, he was fucking unbelievable. Yeah, but it's like my dad sat there watching it on telly, bro. He see it. He see it. So my dad knows what everyone was saying about Maradona. He knows how shook everyone was. Yeah, and this is why I like doing shows with Rance, yeah, because Rance is a little bit younger than me, yeah, right? And it's like, we both grew up in a similar era, but it's like, that whole fucking Arsenal Man United, it was like, oh, fucking hell, bro. Yeah, Rance said it. He goes, when I see Thierry Henry was in the starting lineup, I felt physically sick. But then he'd have an off day. Yeah, but then Freddie Ljungberg turn up. Gilberto turn up. Petit, Vieira, Platt, fucking Anelka, whoever it may be, bruv. Yeah, but unless you actually watched it in that time, at that time, you don't realise how fucking intense it was. Yeah, so whilst it looks good on replays and clips and highlights and all that, and it does look good, yeah, because they're unreal. Yeah, all these borders are unreal. You don't realise how fucking much it meant. Yeah, because it was like the whole week, it was like everyone's just talking about Arsenal Man United, Arsenal Man United. Fuck Tottenham. Nobody cared about Tottenham, bro. There was no Tottenham fucking fans in my school. None. Not a single Tottenham fan in my school. It was Liverpool and Man United. Didn't see any Chelsea either. Fuck Chelsea. It's like the whole week was a build-up. Yeah, the whole week. Bro, I swear down, do you remember when Wrighty stamped on Schmeichel? Literally 2-footed him. Bro, I swear down. People don't get it. It's like when we watch this version of Arsenal Man United and they're all cuddling and piss off, man. These men are shit. All these players are rubbish, bro. Yeah, they're absolutely dog shit. Yeah, and for any of you guys in the chat that are older than me, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, because you've seen the Maradonas, you've seen the Pelés, you've seen the Eusebios, the Cruyffs. Like, you've seen fucking proper ballers, man. Like the Hoddles, the fucking Platinis. Like, I remember watching the El Clasicos and that, and it was like Ronaldinho's lining up, and it's just like, bro, unless you watched that era of La Liga on TV or in the stadium, you don't realize how fucking good these players were. Yeah, it looks amazing online, on the clips, on YouTube and all this, but you don't realize it was a whole fucking build-up, and it was a whole fucking, like, Figo when he transferred. Go and watch the Figo documentary, because even I grew up in that era. Yeah, but then when I watched the Figo documentary, he looked like he'd fucking seen a ghost when he was holding the shirt up and Papa Perez was fucking talking. Yeah, I never realized that back in the day. You didn't realize how fucking good Zidane was. Yeah, and it's like, and you're looking at all these ballers on the pitch, yeah, and the atmosphere in the stadium, and it's like, this is fucking war. Now it's all unicorns and sparkles and GA. Gives a fuck about your fucking GA, bruv. This was proper ballers playing ball. Yeah, and this is why when the Qatar World Cup, yeah, Mbappe went up in my estimation quite a lot because he knows Messi's better than him. Yeah, Messi's the GOAT for me in my lifetime because I've seen his entire career. Yeah, so for me, in my lifetime, Messi's the best player I've ever seen. I don't think I'll ever see anyone better than him. Maybe I will. Who fucking knows? But for now, he's the best. And it's like, and Mbappe was looking at him like going, oh, you want to score, yeah? Cool. Well, fuck you, I'll score as well. Then it's, oh, I'll score again, yeah? Cool. Then Messi's like, what, you want to score twice in 2 minutes? Yo, fuck you. Messi's like, I'll score again. Then Mbappe's like, yo, I'll score. CR7, another one. Yeah, CR7's another one. Listen, as much as I don't rate CR7 as one of the best players, he is one of the best players, but I don't rate him in my top 50. That's because I've seen Zola, bro. He ain't on Zola's level. He ain't on Cantona's level. He ain't on Janola's level. Fucking Ronaldinho. Get out of here, bro. Pirlo. Bro, I've seen all these ballers, bro. And so it's like, when these kids want to fucking chat shit, bro, you didn't see them, so you can't comment. In your lifetime, you can go, yeah, cool. He's the GOAT. And I'll go, fair enough. But if you didn't see Gianfranco Zola's whole career, shut the fuck up. Because I did. I've seen his entire career, bruv. And Ronaldo is nowhere fucking near him. I've seen Ronaldinho's. I remember watching Ronaldinho's fucking debut for Barcelona. He picked the ball up, 25 yards in his own half, on his fucking debut for Barcelona, skipped around 2 players, 35 yards out, slapped it underside of the bar, crossbar and in. Yeah, walked off, giving it all of that, just smiling. It's like, that's what I do, bro. Yeah, I see his whole career, bro. Zidane, his whole career. I remember him at Juve. Man came out the womb bald, bruv. Like, that's why when people want to chat shit, it's like, yeah, cool, chat your shit, bruv. Unless you see these players, shut up. Because I can't talk about Maradona because I never see him. I see him wired. Never see Pele. Never see Johan Cruyff. Never see Platini. Glenn Hoddle. Glenn Hoddle was unreal, according to my dad. Yeah, my dad says like Glenn Hoddle, George Best, fucking Platini. Platini, I think, won Ballon d'Or 3 in a row. Like, and it's like, I never see it. But when I sit and watch the clips, I'm like, fucking hell, these men are magicians. But unless you actually grew up and watched it on TV at that time, you don't realize how good it was. You see it, well, now, you don't realize how fucking good it was. You don't realize how fucking intense the games were. You don't realize the fucking pressure. Don't realize the players they're going up against. Yeah, so it's like when people want to chat shit, bro. Baresi, one of the greatest of all time, bro. Greatest of all time. It's jarring, bro. But this is the new school, man. This is the internet. Paul Gascoigne was unreal. I can't lie. It was Glenn Hoddle as well, according to my dad. Yeah, Chris Waddle. I see Chris Waddle. Well, most of Chris Waddle's career. In fact, yeah, probably most. Yeah, I was little. So like Liam Brady, another one. Liam Brady played for Arsenal. I was 4 years old when he went to West Ham. He'd already left Arsenal, gone to Juve and come back to West Ham. I was 4 when he went West Ham. Don't remember Liam Brady. But you ask Kenny, Jez, DJB, yeah, about Liam Brady, they're like that. They're like, yo, this guy's God. This guy was insane. But I never see it. So when I watch the clips, I'm like, yo, he looks amazing. But I never lived it. So I don't know how good he was. And it's like, this is why I always say in my lifetime. And people don't fucking like it. And I don't care, bruv. Yeah, Henrik Larsson was a baller. That guy was a bad boy, bruv. Giggsy was a bad boy. His brother texted me the other day as well. Let's up his brother. Yeah, I actually need to get back to him. Yeah, and fucking I've been mad busy for the last couple of weeks, but big up to Rodri every time. Bergkamp is the best player ever to play in the Premier League. In my opinion. In my honest and humble opinion. And do you know what's mad? I've seen the whole Premier League, so I can have that opinion. Stoichkov was cold. Hadji was cold. Bergkamp, Pirlo, R9. All these players were cold, bro. Rakoba, Rocky. Didn't see Rocky's whole career, I can't lie. Bless up to Rocky always. You know, RIP to him, man. It's over 2 decades as well. Fucking long, bro. Brady was a player. See, Pete, that's what I'm saying, Trevor, yeah? I never see his whole career. Never see it. Never see it, bro. I guess it's like when you look back at it, it looks insane. But unless you were going to games or watching it on telly, which you really couldn't back then, really, yeah, for English football, it was more Italian football. Eurosport would do the roundup for German Bundesliga, for Dutch league, French league, so on and so forth. And then you'd get the Spanish football anyway. And it's like, oh, this is right. Well, yeah, Beppe Signori as well, baller. Cafu, baller. Mendieta, Redondo, Rakoba, all these ballers. Ian Rush. That's what I'm saying, bro. All these ballers, man. Batistuta is one of my favorites. I was at Wembley, I think it was 94, when Fiorentina absolutely walloped us, bro. Yeah, and the scoreline, they never slapped us properly. Batistuta is one of my all-time goats of strikers, bruv. The only player I've seen come anywhere near this guy is Aguero. Batistuta was cold. And I've seen Aguero score a hat-trick against my fucking team at the Etihad. I've seen him dink my team at the fucking Wembley in a cup final off a goal kick. Yeah, in 2018. The following week, after he scored a hat-trick against us, and judges made me miss the first fucking goal because he was in the pub with Kevin Campbell. RIP to him, proper baller. Yeah, but the following week, he scored a hat-trick against Chelsea, done back-to-back hat-tricks. Scored against Arsenal, hat-trick, then scored a hat-trick against Chelsea the following week. Suarez was a baller. Kenny Dalglish, I never really see play, man. It's like, my dad said King Kenny was crazy, bro. John Barnes, he always rates John Barnes as well, bro. He said John Barnes was unreal. John Barnes, baller. Yeah, Alan Hansen, always rates Alan Hansen. Yeah, all of these players, man. Trevor Francis rates Trevor Francis. And it's like, that Nottingham Forest team, yeah, and that Liverpool team, and the Everton teams back then, bro, cold. Graham Souness, the original bad man, facts. Well, I say the original. Chopper Harris will have a fucking argument with you, bruv. Yeah, but no, real talk, yeah. Some of these players back in the Etu was so sick, bruv. I think he's the only player that's won back-to-back trebles. Joe Cole was unbelievable, man. And that's why whenever I sit there and I say he's better than Salah, and people cry, bruv, did you watch Joe Cole's whole career? Because I did. And I think he's better than Salah. Is what it is. I remember when Jose did a treble sub on 26 minutes at Chelsea. Yeah, and he subbed him off. I think he scored in that game. He subbed him off. I remember watching George Weah run the whole length of the fucking pitch. Yeah, and score a goal. Ian Robben, cold. Andre Kanchelskis. That guy was cold at Rangers, let alone Man United, bruv. Yeah, Georgie Kinkladze, another one. Baller. Bro, I could just sit here and talk baller, 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 baller. Latisse, baller. Bro, that guy single-handedly kept Southampton in the league every year, and it's like unless you see it, how can you comment on it? Brian Robson, yeah, my dad always rates Brian Robson. He does. He always says he was unreal. Like Brian Robson, bro, I was young, so I didn't see his whole career. But Brian Robson was a bad man. Right, that's what it is. Yeah, Rooney, I see his whole career. Rooney was a fucking joke, man. I fucking hated Wayne. I swear that motherfucker were in so many fucking games that I watched, bruv. That cheating fucking cunt cost us 50 unbeaten, bruv. Savicevic as well. That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro, Michael Owen, yeah? I'm not even taking the piss. Michael Owen, if that guy had never had that many injuries, Michael Owen would be sitting here talking about all-time Premier League top goal scorer, even when he went to Madrid and come back. Yeah, if he'd never got that many injuries, bro, that guy was ridiculous. Big up Wolves F1, Glenn Hoddle, Brian Robson, 2 best English midfielders, 80s playing. I'm saying, bro. Yeah, my dad always tells me, but like Glenn Hoddle, he goes, he was just a magician. He goes, he wasn't as good as Platini, but he played like Platini. Yeah, and it was like, but this is why, like, when I always, like, when people say Stoichkov, I always say Hadji or Hadji, and I say Stoichkov. because he always does the same. It's like they were very, very similar players, Hadji and Stoichkov. Yeah, and Hoddle and Platini were very similar players. It was like art, bruv. Like the only way I can describe Hoddle and Platini is like the closest player that I can put a name to is Zidane. Yeah, my dad says Zidane's the best player he's ever seen. Best player he's ever seen. My dad's seen everyone, bruv. And he says Zidane's the best player he's ever seen. It's mad. It's in George Best, bruv. Like, it's in Jimmy Greaves. R.I.P. to him. Man, see Jimmy Greaves, you know. Fucking Jimmy Greaves, bruv. My dad's seen England win a World Cup. My dad's seen England win a fucking World Cup. Where does Neymar rank? Neymar's a baller, bro. Neymar's a baller, and I know I wind rants up every time because I always say Mahrez is better, and I still believe that, yeah. I genuinely believe that. I think Mahrez is a better footballer. Yeah, but it's what you like, innit? Yeah, I like Neymar. Yeah, but I think Neymar had a better career than Mahrez. Yeah, but for me personally, I think Mahrez is better. But Neymar, when he had his pomp, ain't no one getting near him, bro. Ain't no one getting near him. But the reason I say Neymar isn't as good as Mahrez is based off of the Leicester thing in it. Yeah, which is subjective to people. Yeah, because if you put Neymar in Leicester, he'd get kicked all over the gaff. Yeah, and he wouldn't hack it. He rolls around like a bitch. Yeah, Steve actually has a fucking throwback. Yeah, but if you put Mahrez in that MSN, I still think they do what they do. Yeah, and that's the only reason I say Mahrez is better than Neymar. Yeah, because let's be real with it. Neymar's technically a better footballer than him. Yeah, he's won more than him. He's won a trophy every season he's played football, like at a professional level. But for me, Mahrez, when I watch Mahrez play football, it's just like, that's what football's supposed to be, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Totti's a bad man as well. Yeah, Totti's a bad man. Fuck Naeem. You fucking Spurs fans, yeah. I swear down, Paul, yeah. Yeah, you fucking Spurs fans. There's another one here. Fucking. I actually knocked on Gary Mabbitt's door before. I've knocked on Gary Mabbitt's door before for double glazing. He was actually really nice. Steve McManaman's a baller. That's what I'm saying here. When I say Steve McManaman's better than Salah, bro, people lose their shit. Did you watch Steve McManaman's whole career? Oh, I did. Like, David Villa, baller. Yeah, Steve McManaman's better than Salah will ever fucking be. Steve McManaman can whip his fucking cock out in Madrid and windmill it all around Madrid, bruv, and they'll just all go, all hail King Stevie. Yeah, that guy won them Champions Leagues, bruv. Stevie's a bad man in Madrid. Steve McManaman was a proper footballer, man. And do you know what makes me laugh here? You see when all these fans are going on there about fucking Trent. Oh, he run his contract down and he's left and he's gone to Madrid. Me. Hello. Just to educate the younger G's in the chat. Steve McManaman was the first Bosman's fucking big name signing. Yeah, that went on a freebie. Yeah, and he came through Liverpool Academy and he went to Real Madrid. He's got the freedom in Madrid. Yeah, I swear down there, Steve McManaman is a fucking legend of Real Madrid. Absolute baller, man. That guy was so cold. David Villa was cold as well. Let me grab these super chats. There's 20 and I'm going to wrap here. Who's live that I like? We'll do about 15 minutes here. My missus and all the girls are fucking, and the kids and that, they've all gone to fucking Benahavis River, but my foot's still fucked, so I couldn't fucking go, bruv. I couldn't fucking go. You might look at it different. Savio is great. I think Rodrygo is better. So I like the deal. Donnarumma is better than Edison. Where will they play? I don't care. Bro, do you know what it is, yeah? Rodrygo is better than Savio. Rodrygo is a baller in it, here. Yeah, but take both. Have both of them. I can't believe you're getting rid of fucking Savio to fuck. Bro, to fucking Spurs. Yeah, even though they're not a fucking rival of mine, I fucking hate that all my ballers end up at Spurs, bro. Eze's going to end up there. Madders has ended up there. It's bullshit, bro. Now Savio's going to end up. Riquelme was a baller as well, by the way. Bless her. Juan Pablo Engel. So I'm saying, bruv, like all my fucking ballers end up at Spurs, bruv. Even back in the day, David Ginola, baller. That guy was cold, bruv. That guy was so sick, it was unbelievable. Yeah, Aymar was I think that was Messi's fucking idol, wasn't it? Yeah, Klinsmann was a bad man as well. I fucking hated Klinsmann. Quaresma was a baller, but that guy was... Do you know what it was? He played in the wrong era. If he played in this era, yeah, he'd be like record signing. Same with Nani. Yeah, Nani, if he played in this era, he'd be like top. Drogba, fuck Drogba. I fucking hate that. I'm not going to say that word, bruv. Yeah, that fucking fucker scored against my team every time. Big up Nadir, bro. Thoughts on Zalagoza to Celta market? Has he gone to? Has it actually happened now? Yeah. Well, we'll be watching Celta Vigo this season, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Dan, you already know, bruv. I'm surprised Osasuna never went back in for him, though. I'm surprised we never went in for him, bro. Him and Conceição, ballers. Raul Moro, Malero, ballers. Ilias, Abdi, ballers. But they don't get GA. Yeah, let's just sign Madwakey for 50 mil instead, innit? Big up Dan, brother. Always love. Big up Gianni Lee. I'm not surprised. You remember when Spurs, the other English fans, tried to say Spurs were bigger than Inter when Ericsson left to join. But Spurs fans, like, I don't know where they get this fucking hype from, bro. I can't lie. Like, what makes them think they're so good? Although tomorrow they could win another trophy and then we're fucked again, then we're. And I do think they're going to get Eze. Yeah, they got a fuck ton of money as well. Yeah, and they can just pay the money. Yeah, and it seems like Thomas Frank's kind of getting his own way. Like, who would have thought that Son's leaving? Yeah, Son's been there a decade, bro, and now all of a sudden, bang, he's gone. Thomas Frank's getting his own way, bro. Yeah, maybe Levy's realised, yo, shit, time to win, innit? Time to win. And don't be ruling out Tottenham tomorrow, by the way. Yeah, because as good as PSG are, they've played over 80 games or about 80 games since this time last year. Do not rule out Tottenham tomorrow. I fucking hope PSG beat them. It wouldn't surprise me if Spurs win. It wouldn't surprise me one bit, Gianni. Golbich said PSG wouldn't be top 4 in the Prem. Lol. Golbich doesn't even call himself by his real name, bruv. So, yeah, I'd ignore everything that Spaz says, if I'm honest. Big up for the super chat as well. Lollipop. The fuck does that say, bruv? But Lee, we need another winger. Yeah, these men don't rate they don't rate Martinelli anymore. Funny that, isn't it? Funny that, isn't it? Mad thing. Madness. Big up to you, brother. Man, like Boggy, bruv. Big up to Mark as well. Would you swap Arteta for Jose right now? Yes, I would. I'd swap Arteta for Glasner right now, let alone Jose. Yeah, and we've got the players to play Jose fucking tactics as well. So yeah, Mark, 100% would. Big up to for hashtag for fun about 12 months. Man's got his rap, bruv. Man's got that rap. He's got that rap, bruv. Big up Daniel, brother. Come on, my G, bruv. Fuck the Chelsea, though. I can't lie. Global, then Santos are one of the biggest. Bro, that's what I'm saying, Desmond. Yeah, these men only take, we only take European leagues. Yeah, like the Brazilian league don't count. Mexican league don't count. The African leagues don't count. The Asian leagues don't count. Yeah, Al Hilal are one of the biggest clubs in world football. But apparently only the Premier League counts, bruv. Big up to David M87 as well. There's 4 institutions in football: British Isles, Celtic, Rangers, Man United, Liverpool. Hard to kind of disagree with that. So we're not going to fucking disagree with that, bruv. I'll take your word for it. Because I'll be real, yeah? Them 4 clubs, they're massive, bro. I'm sorry these have been sat here for a minute as well. They've been sat there for nearly an hour. So yeah, apologies, guys. And bless up. No, you're right, bro. Yeah, massive football clubs, bro. Massive football clubs. Lollipops back again, bruv. Also leave if my club only sign Ramsdale and Alanga. Man, like Ramsdale. Right, make sure there's no pigeons, bruv, on the pitch, otherwise you're effed. Liverpool bad is strong. That's what it is. Pick up David King. Liverpool bad is strong. I don't know what that means, bruv. Oh, Liverpool are bad. Maybe it's because Liverpool is... Oh, yeah, okay. I kind of get it. Pick up to you, brother. Pick up Spursy. No hate, just enjoy the content and seeing the blunt Arsenal fan point of view. Now, come on, Paul, you already know what time it is, but fuck Spurs, bruv. F the Spursy, bruv. F the Spursy. I wish you no luck in the game tomorrow. But you do have a chance, and I'm pretty sure you'll be gloating if you win. And rightly so as well. Yeah, we couldn't beat PSG over... Well, we beat him in a fucking group game. Couldn't beat him over 2 legs when it mattered, though, could we? Yeah, we intimidated them with Robbie's fucking underwear draping down outside the stadium, or in the stadium, sorry, in the North Bank Lower. Yeah, and then Dembele told everyone to be quiet after 4 minutes, and everyone stayed quiet. Mad thing. Crazy work, bruv. Big up to you, bruv. Yeah, I would say good luck, but fucked up. Liverpool fan, but big up Lee for the truth. Big up War 3782 as well. Bro, you're the classiest club in the league. I like Liverpool. Do like Liverpool. They've always been the classiest club, bro. Yeah, they get a bad rep. Yeah, and that's not because they're fans. It's because the fans of other clubs just take the piss for no apparent reason. So, big up to you, brother. Big up to Abdullah Abu Hussein, my Egyptian G, bruv. Romano said we were closest to signing Sheshko. We signed Jokeris. And Sheshko to United until Ornstein speaks. I think we're still favourites for Eze. Bro, stop listening to the Pratt in the Hat. Yeah, and all these top gooners, bruv. If we sign Eze, I'll be over the moon because I think he's class. But Tottenham can outpay. They can spend more than us, bro. Yeah, they can. Bro, Tottenham have got so much fucking money. It's crazy. And I don't think people realise how much money Tottenham have. Yeah, all of these other ventures that they've got with the go-karting, with the NHL and like all this stuff, or NFL, sorry, and all this other stuff, the concerts, bro. And they've barely spent anything. 50 million a year for the stadium, bro, they're caked. But I hope Eze comes to us because I rate him highly, but he ain't going to drop the captain, is he? Let's be real with it. So where's he playing? Yeah, he's going to Tottenham, man. And they need him more than we do because Madders is fucked, ACL. But yeah, Romano and Ornstein, bro, they got enough things wrong this summer, you know. But big up to you, Abdullah, brother. Big up, Scotty. Do you rate Gabriel Hines as a player? I hated Gabriel Hines as a player, Scotty. I can't lie. I fucking hated him, bruv. And now he's on the coaching staff at my club. Can't stand him, bruv. Long thing. Pause. Big up, Scotty, always, man. Big up to Mark again as well. You old enough to remember Brady, class player. He was 4 when he went West Ham, bruv. So I don't really remember him in it. But Kenny, Jez, DJB, Norms, some of the older lot, man. Yeah, Hendo, other people in the chat, they remember him. They always say he was unreal, man. And put another one in as well. Keenan Vieira all over all English mids. Do you know what? Scholesy's in the convo, though, bro. Scholesy's definitely in that convo. Scholesy was a bad boy midfielder, bro. Yeah, he was unbelievable. Yeah, people sleep on Scholesy. He was class, man. He was sick. Bless up for the super chats as well, bro. Big up Henry III as well. And speaking facts, this generation use aura. But if they were able to see the era you're talking about, they wouldn't know what aura is. Facts. Bro, now imagine, yeah, going and watching fucking AC Milan versus Juve Champions League final. Yeah, or an El Clasico back in 1989. You know, when John Toshak was manager of Real Madrid. Got sacked the following season, by the way. And any Madristas in there, the Madridistas in there, yeah, that's considered one of their greatest ever teams of all time. They won the league by 9 points, and it was 2 points for a fucking win. They won the league by 9 points, averaging 4 goals a home game. Yeah, by October, November, next season, he was sacked. Bye-bye. Yeah, big up John Toshak. All right, big up Unica as well, brother. Napoli's main rivals, Juve and Roma. By 50 months is wild, bruv. Oh, Unique, love always, my guy. Come on. You know you're a real one, man. I appreciate you, brother. But I just take, yeah, I suppose, listen, you're Italian. I'm not arguing with you, bruv. Yeah, I want to fuck with you Italians, bruv. Bless up for 50 months as well. Mad respect, bruv. Thoughts on Ekatike and the 16-year-old guy called. I haven't seen enough of this Rio lad, apart from Ludog sending me fucking spamming me clips. Yeah, of him running 40 yards into space and nobody tackling him and scoring a goal. I probably could have scored that. As for Ekatike, not clinical enough. Not clinical enough. However, the amount of chances Liverpool create, he'll bag 15, 20 goals this season. Comfy, Harry. Bless up, brother. Big up Desmond as well. Clarence Seedorf, Harry Ortega, Ivan Campo, ballers. Bro, there were so many ballers back in the day, innit? So jarring watching this fucking shit we're watching now. Big up to you, Desmond, my guy. What's this? That guy, Ekatike Kirkes, Leonie Frimpong. Big up to KK as well. Bless up. All right, Liverpool have had a good window. Yeah, Savio is a baller as well. But listen, whose life that I like? We're going to wrap. Big up my sweetie Debs as well. Whereas Real Madrid trying to stop us playing the US. Detriment to the league. How dare you? Buffon or Oliver Kahn? Oliver Kahn. Just. You lot are fucking taking the piss. Anyways. This stream's been fire, I can't lie. But yeah, Donnarumma, Rodrygo look like they could be going Man City. Eze looks like he's going to Spurs. And it looks like we've got Mad Buki as our left winger this season, guys. All right, Roni's live with Flawless. Say less. How long has he been live? All right, he's only just gone live about 40 minutes ago. Yeah, Roni's live, bruv. Yeah, we're going to raid Rants here. Raid Rants here. My guy, always. The shows are back next Tuesday. After we slap up Man United on Sunday. We'll be back. I love the shades and I've got a fat Cuban cigar at my gaff as well. So raid Rants here. Raid Rants with, what should we raid him with? What should we raid him with? Tesco raid. In fact, actually, fuck that. Glock 14. Glock 14 raid. Glock 14 raid. Yeah, we're slapping Man United on Sunday. Yeah, and then Rants can hold that, bruv, and he can hide. We ain't done a show for weeks as well. So it's going to be fire. So yeah, bless up to everyone who's like, shared, commented, donated, subbed, all that good stuff. Less than 400 away, sorry, than 130k. Yeah, but raid Rants is live with Flawless. Raid it with Glock 14 raid. We're out. I'll be back again tomorrow. I'll be live on the main. And I'll be doing the Super Cup final as well. And hopefully we see PSG put this man's team in the spliff, bruv. Fuck Thomas the Frank engine. Bosh, we're out. Glock 14, yeah? Bosh.